Hey y'all, sprinkle, sprinkle. So we are back, and today we're gonna be talking about, does your man like you? If y'all follow me on Instagram, SheRaSeven1, y'all will just probably saw the post that I put up. And the post that I put up, or the reel that I put up, is talking about how men that like their women and love their women do not allow them to struggle. They don't allow them to struggle. They don't allow them to suffer. They don't allow them to work 9 months pregnant. They don't allow them to do any of that sort of thing. They don't care about paying all the bills. They got you. So if your man makes you pay stuff, work while you're pregnant, and watches you struggle and does nothing about it, they don't like you. You are not the one. You are not their dream girl. They don't really like you. You are a placeholder, or you're a Barbara the Builder, and you're a helper and a roommate. They don't love you. That's number one. They can lie and fool you and themselves. But as soon as you say, I can't work anymore, or I don't want to work anymore, they're done with you. Why? Because they don't love you. They don't want to do the one job that they were put on earth to do, which is to provide and protect. So if they can't even do the one thing that they were put on earth to do, and they still want to be laying up under you, living under the same roof as you, making you go out and work pregnant, making you do this and making you do that, they don't like you. So a lot of y'all are living with men who don't like you. A lot of y'all are married to men who don't like you. A lot of men that don't like women just tolerate you. And if you're dealing with those type of men, that's why you're always in a struggle. That's why you're always having to make excuses for them. That's why you're always having to do more than they're doing. Oh, thank you, Miss Baby Blue. Appreciate you, girl. So you have to really sit back and think about it. And this is part of self-love. Recognizing those that no longer serve you, recognizing those that are not there for the right reason. And you have to get them out of your life because they're not good for you. So if you're dealing with a Dusty, if you're dealing with a man who would leave you in 2 seconds because you can't work while you're pregnant or right after you're pregnant, sorry y'all, or work and work and work and slave and slave and slave and do all this and do all that, they don't really love you. So, and a lot of women know this. Now, let me tell y'all, a lot of women aren't clueless. A lot of women know that their man don't like them or don't love them. But the only reason that they stay there is to say they got a man. Is to say they got this type of man. Is to look good for everyone else looking in order to say, well, at least I have a man. Even though most of the people already know that you don't really have a man, you have a pet. Or they know that they don't really like you like that because look how you're struggling. So it still doesn't look right. It still don't even look right from the outside. You just have a man in your bed that you're paying to be there. That's all you have. That's what it looks like. The literal, I mean, think about this. You literally have a man in your bed that you pay for by getting up every day going to work, by struggling, by clocking in, by going to work pregnant, by dealing with whatever he put you through or whatever. You're paying that man to sleep in your bed because you would rather be with a man that don't like you, who's dusty, who will let you sit there and struggle than to be single. And a lot of women wonder why they don't know how to love themselves, why they don't understand what self-love means, why they can't get the confidence that is needed to pull a full provider. This is why people don't understand how to do it, because they don't understand themselves. They don't understand their situation or their last situation. That's why they keep repeating it. So The goal is not to have a man in your bed. The goal is to have a provider. Okay? A lot of y'all keep missing the point. Uh-oh, Rocky Sprinkle Sprinkle, Miss Rocky J. How you doing? Thanks for being a member. But yeah, a lot of women don't understand this. It is very pick Misha and Barbara the Builder. If you are unfortunate by how you look and you feel like the only way you're going to have a man is to pay him to lay in your bed, I would rather use all that energy, all that money, all that extra struggle to put back into myself to look good enough to get a real man or a provider man. I'm not getting ready to pay no man to lay in my bed. Okay. I will get up. I will use all the extra income that I had as a single woman, get my life together, get my looks together, get my hair, get my skin, get my nails together, instead of laying in a bed with a grown man who's watching you struggle because you don't have the uh, amount of effort it takes to look like you need to look in order to get a provider. Now, you don't have to be a perfect 10. You just got to look better than what you looking like now, having to pay a man to lay up in your bed. That's all. Okay? You just got to look good enough to not have to pay a man to lay up in your bed. That ain't even hard. That's not hard. Y'all can do that, I promise you. But some of y'all, I see some of y'all out here looking like who did it and why. Talk about my man look better than yours. My man this, my man that. Girl, that's not even your man. That's your dusty pet that you pay to lay up in your bed. Okay? So it's okay if you already been there and done that. Just don't do it again. Stop adopting dusty pets to lay up in your bed while you go and struggle. Okay? Um, sprinkle, sprinkle. And a lot of men know this. A lot of men know, and that's why they target certain types of women. A lot of dusties know. Ooh, she look like she pays men to be in her bed. Ooh, she look desperate. She look like one of them pig beaches. She look like she can cook. She look like she think I'm gonna marry her, but I never will. So they target women with low self-esteem who go for men with looks and don't even look at their paychecks, don't even look at how, they're gonna try to provide. They look past all the things that they're supposed to be looking for and go straight to the dumb stuff. That's how they pick women to take advantage of. Uh-oh, Rocky J, sprinkle, sprinkle. So just by one or two conversations, a man can tell if you're a pick Misha or not. First of all, if you come on to a man, that's a huge sign that you're a pick Misha. Second, if you start listing off all your accomplishments and how you can do all these domestic skills, that's number two about how a man can tell if you're a pick Misha or not. Okay. If you are into his looks and compliment his looks straight off the bat in the first conversation, he already know he got you as a pick Misha. And you will go 50-50. You will probably pay on dates. And he already know that's the one who's going to make sure I don't have to do much of anything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, baby blue, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to stay motivated in your level of journey. It's lonely and tempting to overeat. Okay, y'all ask me the same question almost every video. Ozempic. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They have pills. They have shots. They have what do you call it? Hypnosis now. There ain't no excuse. Just go find one method that's gonna work. All right. Stay motivated by paying somebody to make sure you stay motivated. There you go. Because you're not gonna waste your money if you're paying. Sprinkle, sprinkle. After you started listening to you, I immediately stopped spending your time on guys who don't spend money for me, but I sometimes feel sad for men when I like them, but they don't invest in me. Why would you feel sad for a man that likes you that doesn't like you? A man that likes you will invest in you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That man don't like you, he lying. He like you enough to not pay for you. There's a difference. Okay? You know how you like something as long as it's free? But you wouldn't pay for it, but you like it. Oh, it's free. I'll take it. Yeah, I use that. Yeah, I like that. I use it. But if you got to pay for it, I don't know about that. It's not as good. I can get the same thing somewhere else cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So, do they really like you? No, they just like you because you're free. There's a difference. What if he's a provider, but he's insecure? Then that's his problem. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't sound like a you problem, sound like a him problem. Hope he works on it. Okay. Has nothing to do with you. Why are we taking on other people's problems? That's something he got to work out on his own. I mean, maybe if he gives you more money, he'll be less insecure. More of an investment, knowing you'll stay longer. Okay. I mean, I'd be insecure too if I was a man and giving no woman money that I like. I'd be insecure she's gonna find somebody who will. So make sure he just gives you more money. That way he's less insecure. Because the more he invests, the more he feels like, you're his. Get him to buy something major. Okay. Well, if he's insecure, that's a him problem. It's not a you problem. Just say, I'm sorry you're insecure. Every time he talks about something that's insecure, say, I'm so sorry you're insecure, and just leave it at that. Either he's gonna fix it or stop being insecure. I mean, what can you do? I'm sorry you're so insecure. I don't know if I can do anything to help that, but you need to work on that. That ain't my problem. No matter if I'm with you or not, you're gonna feel the same way about you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. That's his problem for real. So yes, if your man is trying to make you feel sorry for him by acting insecure, it's a form of manipulation and it shouldn't work on you if you're smart. Like, I don't care if you're insecure because that's not my problem. I'm gonna keep doing whatever I'm doing. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Okay? Don't give in to their feelings. Who cares? It's just another form of manipulation. Nobody cares. Okay? All right. Imagine a lifetime with a crusty old man. Imagine a lifetime with crusty old air mattress on the floor of a dusty apartment that you can't pay the bills for because your man is dusty. Imagine working 9 months pregnant while your young Dusty is cheating on you while you're at work 9 months pregnant. Okay, which one is worse? Okay, Jenny said she's gone on a few dates with a guy who's done cheap stuff like golf, nature walks. How can I get the bag from him now after doing cheap dates? You should have never done cheap dates. That's number one, because now he thinks you cheap. You never bend your standards because they know now that you're a cheap date. So the only thing I can suggest is you suggest something more extravagant and say no to all the other types of dates and tell them that you've never gone on those types of dates before and you don't really like them. And then he'll be wanting to impress you by doing something that costs money. Okay. Okay, I am beautiful always. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mind is leveled up. I'm still missing the looks. I'm trying to increase my income so I can afford looks, maintenance, clothes. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That comes in time. Just keep working on yourself. Do what you can with what you have until you get to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? So just keep going. That's all you got to do. Okay, Chile, sprinkle, sprinkle. When you wear feminine clothing, white men stare but don't approach. What should I do as a Black uni student? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Not all men are going to approach you the same way as like there's a difference between how guys approach women. Black men, especially young Black men, will approach anything walking. Okay. Other races of men, they watch you first. They make sure you're the type of woman that they are interested in. You know what I'm saying? They're just not going to pounce on you because they're so desperate. They're going to wait until the right moment, until the right da 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 da. And then once they say, okay, well, I see her walking around. I think she's cute. I've seen her a few times. I think she's nice. Maybe I'll approach. Or They could be worried about what other people think because they're still in school, they're still impressionable, they're still young, and they may not approach based on who their friends are and how they grew up. So the best thing I can tell you is get off campus, get into the real world. If you're old enough to get in certain places, go there. Okay? Stop messing with students. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go get you a professor. I bet you they'll holler. OJ, sprinkle, sprinkle. Men in groups looking, not seeing men sitting alone. Well, then go to another place, ma'am. Go to the rich side of town where people go out by themselves. Not into the club, not into the bars. Just go run your errands on the rich side of town. And I'm sure they're not all shopping in groups. I'm sure they're not all going to the pharmacy in groups. I'm sure they're not all, having lunch in groups. Go to the rich side of town. Go to the gym on the rich side of town. Go to the, places over there, the lounges, the bars and stuff on the rich side of town. Don't keep going out on the same nights as everybody else that's in the working class are going out. Stop trying to go out on the weekend. Stop trying to go out after 6 and 7 and 8 o'clock. That's when all the working class goes out. Go out when the rich are out, okay, during the day and the weekdays. Sometimes on the weekend, maybe early in the morning and brunch and stuff like that, but stay out of the working class social circles. Okay, and definitely stay on the rich side of town if you're trying to find a man with money. Okay, thank you. What if your man wants a kid but doesn't want to marry you? Then he don't want my kid. I'm not even entertaining that dustiness. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's a multimillionaire and I'm set for life and I can go and marry somebody else and have his kid, that's fine. But if he's not a multimillionaire and I'm not set for life and also I'm not getting ready to sign over no custody to nobody. Okay, the kid's gonna have my last name and I'm gonna have full custody. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can come visit, you can claim the DNA, but that's about it. If you don't want the marriage, then you don't want the custody. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not getting ready to entertain that mess. That's some dustiness. Going to a charity dinner, ticket is sold by twos. My hope is to meet a generous man. Would you go alone or bring a friend? You could bring a friend or make sure that they're not your competition. Okay, so ugly friend, gay male bestie, something. Okay, do not bring your competition. Bring somebody if you have a job, bring somebody from work that's a little older. Bring somebody, that looks a little bit less fortunate than you do in the look department. Okay? Don't bring your competition. Just bring a seat filler. Okay? He said he could get me he said he'd get you a bag today and is taking his sweet time. I'm withholding sex. What to do to speed him up? Be mean. No, get dressed to go out by yourself, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get dressed and say, you know what? I gotta go. I've been sitting here all day waiting for you to do what you said you were gonna do, and I don't think it's getting ready to happen. So I've made other plans. And get up and go. Because he playing with you. He know what he said. He know what he's supposed to be doing. He's seeing how dumb and stupid you are and how long you finna wait there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. All right. Don't say anything. Yes, just get up and go. Go do it, whatever you need to do, man. Go have fun, go out, go to a bar, go to a happy hour, go shopping by yourself, go do something, go to rich side of town and see who's hanging out, If that guy doesn't like me back and invest in me, does it mean that there's something wrong about me? No, it means that it never means something is wrong with you. It means they think that you're going to settle for less. That's all it means. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with you unless you settle for it. Then there's something wrong with you. Okay, 6 months and he pays for dinners, trips, and your choice, but nothing more. Okay. You desire marriage. Okay, take your phone, put him under free food and occasional trips. That's his new name in your phone. So whenever he calls or texts you, it's going to say free food and trips. It's not going to say future husband. It's not going to say boyfriend. It's not going to say none of that. It's not even going to say provider. Okay. You're jumping ahead too far. You want marriage from trips and dinner? That's trips and dinner, man. You got to go find a man who's supposed to be husband. That means they like you 10 times more. Okay. Think about this. What type of man is going to get down on one knee, go and buy you a diamond ring, and say, I love you. Will you marry me? Not somebody that's only taking you on trips and dinners. Somebody that likes you 10 times more than you like them. Okay? That's the type of man that's going to do that. If you're only there with trips and dinner, that means he wants company while he eats and he wants arm candy while he vacations. That's all. That's not a wife. Either you plan to go on trips and dinners by yourself or with other men, or you're going to be by yourself. Okay? All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Joshua, that's not even news. I got a whole nother channel. You thought you did something. All right. They mad when you a witch. They mad when you a nun. They gonna be mad either way. They mad when you give it up. Well, you be sleeping with everybody. You done been ran through. They mad when you don't give it up. You just a tease. So guess what? Be both. Okay. Y'all seen that movie, The Nun? All right. Be both, ma'am. At this point, you're answering all my questions. I'm gonna leave him. If he's not improving your life, why are you there anyway? Don't make no sense. Okay. If a man says you're spoiled, what does that mean to him? It means that he is doing what he thinks he's supposed to be doing. That means you need to let him spoil you even more. And when you ask for something, it should not be a surprise. If he says you're spoiled, then he got to spoil you. Yes, and I like to be spoiled. I continue to like to be spoiled, and you better make sure you spoil me right in the future. Okay. Thank you. Glad you recognize. I get to work. All right. What does it mean when he likes you 10 times more? That means he'll do whatever you need him to do, ma'am. It means he'll provide, ask you to marry him, do whatever you ask him to do whenever you need him to do. That's why. If you think about this, if you like somebody 10 times more than they like you, aren't you going to do whatever they want? Yeah. So make sure they like you 10 times more. Okay. Any man talking about Jesus and all this kind of stuff, you probably never catch them in a church. They ain't even got enough money to tithe and offering and put no tithes in. They ain't even got a suit to wear to church. But they gonna go in they basketball shorts and they musty t-shirt. Talk about Jesus. Probably done took their Bible pages and rolled up weed. Talk about you need Jesus. Boy, please. You need a job. Turn to the book of Job, and this time I'm gonna pronounce it job. Go get a job, a J-O-B. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Read that part. You know, ran out of papers, got to roll weed or whatever y'all be doing now. I don't know. You probably got a vape. You probably all technologically savvy with a vape and no job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, as I was saying before the Dusty interrupted, how to detach from desired outcome with men. Have several. That way, You like, okay, whoever like me best and whoever do the most for me and whoever wins this game of competition, that's who wins. Okay, you got three men competing. So you don't have expectations for just one. You got, let's see who gonna get me. Now it's like a competition. Okay, well, he took me here, he spent this much money. This one took me here and he spent this much money. That one didn't spend no money. Guess what? This one likes me way more. So I'm gonna pay more attention to this one. Uh-oh, this one buy me something now? Uh-oh. Okay. I see you. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Now it's between them two, because the other one gone. He didn't buy nothing. He didn't invest. So he ain't getting no calls. He's not getting no text back. Okay, okay, okay. This one want to do what? All right. Okay, you want to get me a credit card? Okay. All right, okay. So you don't have expectations. You see what they're gonna do for you compared to the other ones that you're dating at the same time. That's how you let go of expectations and desires for men, because you're putting something together in your head and that man just want to sleep with you. He ain't trying to marry you. You know, the point is to get them to invest enough in you to have more interest in you than just sex. So if a man is spending money, buying gifts, taking you on dates, weeks, months, and then he's like, okay, well, I'm doing all this stuff for this woman. It's just not about the sex anymore. I've invested in her. I like her. I've gotten to know her. Da 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 da. Okay. Even though he could be dating other women at the same time, but the more he invests in you, the more you expect, the more you like, the investments and stuff like that, the closer he's going to feel to you because the more he's invested. So therefore, the one that invests the most is the one that wants an outcome with you. Y'all got it backwards. Okay. You say your man broke, so you leave him. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, what's the point of being with a broke man? None. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to love yourself more because that broke man is in the way of you finding a provider. Unless you out there dating more than one. Okay. If that broke man is in the way of you finding a provider, then you need to let him go. If you could do both at the same time until you replace him, great. But I say don't let any man into your life unless they're approving it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If a man is stingy, then you force problems that he has to pay for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you got to use a little bit of reverse psychology. Okay, so if he's not going to give you money to do this, make sure that because he didn't give you money to do that, a bigger problem arose that's now his problem. Okay. Well, if you would have just given me the money to do this wouldn't have happened. You see? Or make it so that you're not available to him because he didn't give you what you needed. Okay. So if he's stingy and you say, I need some money to do this, and he says no, da da da. It's like, okay, well then this weekend I'm going out of town and I'm going to be out doing other things because I really need to find a way to get what I need to get. Basically, or I'm going to visit my mom this weekend and I'll see you in a few days. Just leave. Don't stay there and just allow them to be stingy with you. Leave. That means in their mind, they're thinking, where's she going? Is she going to go get it somewhere else? Why is she leaving a whole weekend? Is she going to answer her phone? Maybe I should have gave her that money. Or maybe I should have been less stingy. Because, yeah, being stingy is definitely a turnoff. So, and you can also remind them that, what turns me off when people are stingy. Just say that. Say it turns me off when people are stingy, especially people you're dating. It just turns a total turn off. Say it before they even have a chance to become stingy. Okay. When they ask you on the first date and whatnot, I'm like, well, tell me about yourself. Oh, I hate stingy people. Oh, thank you, Elena. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can't stand when somebody is stingy and they know they got it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't have to say it like that, but maybe like in the third, fourth conversation, throw that in there. Or tell a story about someone who's stingy and how it was such a turn off. Like, "Well, what happened? Like, have you been dating a lot?" Yeah, the last person I dated, it didn't work out because they were like super stingy. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But he ended up being a dusty and living with his mom, so that's probably why he didn't really have it. And like he was borrowing his mother's car, saying that was her house, and it wasn't. Oh my gosh. Ooh, got to watch out these days for these, you know, men who claim to have stuff that they don't. Oh, Shivani, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Diva. Appreciate you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to get him to approach and act when he do. Okay. You have to attract men naturally. If you're trying to attract a specific man, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to attract a bunch of men, and whoever you like the best, that's the one you choose. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. We're not singling them out to attract just one particular person because that's pick me shit. You attract a bunch of them and then you weed them out according to how much they're getting ready to spend, how much they like you, what they're getting ready to give you, and how much they're getting ready to invest in you. We're not attracting one specific person. We're attracting several. Okay. And then you get to choose who you like, not the other way around. Okay. You met a man on a dating app. He has not matched with anyone but me because of how he looks. He already sent a little bit of money without asking. Should I ask for more before we meet in person? It depends on how much he sent and if he has more, because that could just be a ploy to get you out of the house and be seen in public with him. So, I mean, how much is it and how much do you want? And if he's that ugly, then you should you should be already coming up with a story for him to start paying these bills. Okay. You should already start coming up with a story on the phone or through the text or whatever. See if he's in a little more. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you know if he's caught feelings? If he's paying for stuff, if he's paying for bills, he's asking you if you need anything and he's following through. That's how you know. That men will invest in you when they're serious. You don't want to date an ugly guy even though he has money. What to do? Go date a dusty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go date a cute guy that probably won't be as faithful. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be faithful either way, but you're probably going to have more problems with more attractive men. So if you're ready for problems, if you're ready to wonder who he's with, who he's calling, da da da, great. But I would say the uglier the better because you have to worry less, and then they're gonna pay all your bills, okay? And you'll always look better than them. If you can't date an ugly guy, then just date whoever you can stomach. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Date the ugliest you can date. That means if this is ugly and you can't date ugly, date almost ugly. You know what I'm saying? Date on the verge of ugly. Date as close as you can get to what ugly is to you. All right. You'll be better off. Date as close as you can get to ugly before your stomach start turning. Okay? All right. Do rich men like bobs or do I need longer? They like whatever they like, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you look like you stand on business and you are the CEO of some elite employees or whatever, I don't know if they're gonna like that. It just depends on how you look with whatever outfit and hairstyle you have. Are you wearing it like an old lady? Are you wearing it like a young woman? What does it make your features look good? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to get more attention from the type of men that you're trying to attract with the bob or longer hair? You got to go and do your experiments. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wear both and see what you're going to get. Get you a wig first before if you're going to plan to cut your hair and test it out. or test it out. If you already have a bob, find a long wig. You say, why is the most attractive one is mostly dusty? Because they can attract a pygmisha to pay for their lifestyle. It's it goes both ways. Why would a attractive man who all the pygmishas will pay for do anything for someone that they don't really, really, really want on that level? And they still got plenty pygmisha options. Why would they choose you if they got pygmisha taking them shopping every day? And if they're attractive and they have money, they're going to have several, and that's just the truth. Just like if you're attractive, you should have several. That's just how it should be. I mean, there's options there, take them. How to answer what you want in marriage. What do you want in marriage? Money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you want. Money. Thank you, Aaron. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should a man pay for your flight first date? He should be paying for everything. Everything. And why is he flying you out on a first date? He should be flying to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If a man likes you, he gonna get on a plane and fly to you, man. But if you going to see him and you paying, girl, go back in the mirror and fix whatever it is you need to fix so he can pay. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. But I suggest them coming to you. All right, y'all. I'm not going to be on here long. It's more active during the daytime when I get on live. So I'm going to try to start, going on live at my regular time because the evenings aren't as active. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm in my little makeshift office. A lot of y'all have been asking me about a lipstick that I have. It's like a really beautiful bright red lipstick on my Instagram, and it's like, oh no, it's on my page. It's like bright. It's called Bright Red Lip. Level Up Bright Red Lip on levelupcosmetics.us. Y'all can go get it there. That's not what I have on right now, but a lot of y'all are asking me on Instagram. So y'all are here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Okay. So, does your man like you? No, they don't. Not if they have you working 9 months pregnant and paying half the bills, and they watch you struggle. And if you need something, they don't have it to give to you, and they always have excuses. They don't like you at all. So, how should you have your social media to attract? It depends on who you're trying to attract. Are they even on social media that much? You know what I'm saying? First of all, if I were you, I would not even use my social media to attract anyone. I would be out in the real world, attracting with my real looks, my real everything. Because that's how you know you really got them. If they walk over to you by how you look in the real world and walk and talk in the real world, how attracted to you they are in the real world, not online. Now, if you meet someone in the real world and they ask for your social medias, you need to have an alias social media for people that you meet, which means it has none of those things on it that could trigger a red flag. Okay. You have 2 men you're talking to, one that wants to start a company with me. Nope. But he's engaged. He hasn't invested. He gets jealous when I date. How do I get him to invest in me? First of all, I'm not dealing with no man who wants to start a company with me. That's number one. I'm not getting ready to have any type of relationship with any man that wants to go into business with me. Either you give me the money and I'll go into business for myself, you give me a gift of money and I go into business. I'm not dealing with business with no man, period. Now, if you have a company that works in the same field as whatever he does, he can, purchase services from you or whatever type of products you're selling to support your company, and maybe that's it. But don't go into business with no grown man. He's supposed to just give you money as a gift, especially if he likes you. And if he's getting jealous that you're dating other men, then obviously he likes you and he's going to probably try to take it to the next level and have half your company and you looking like stupid who did it and why Barbara the Builder in a few months. So no, gift and date other men. Tell him to give you the money and you still gonna date other men. Otherwise, he can go kick rocks, sprinkle, sprinkle. Because all he's trying to do is set you up to be Pick Misha Barber the Builder. Sounds like he thinks you're stupid. Okay. You said no power couple. If you like that, think about all the power couples you know. The woman always looks the strongest. I'll repeat that. Think of all the power couples you know. All the women always come out looking stronger, period. Do you want to be her? No, you can just be the powerful man and I'm going to take your money and go do my own thing. But I'm not getting ready to be no power couple because the woman is always the most powerful in that couple and the man just started looking like he's just there for decoration after a while. Okay? So no, I don't want to be a power couple. I want you to give me my money and let me do what I need to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, I can't do power couple stuff because you know what a power couple is? Think about this. You walk into a room and you're a power couple. You know how many gold diggers looking at your man right from the jump? Do you know how many gold diggers is looking at your man right from the jump? And do you know how many men are looking at you saying, oh, I could never have a woman like that because she probably wears the pants? Or I could never have a woman like that because, she's not feminine enough. Or I could never have a woman like that because she's never going to be satisfied. And so when you have a power couple, unless you don't care about all of that kind of stuff and you're just in it for the money only and your brand and all that kind of stuff, great. That's a brand. A power couple equals a brand. If you want your relationship to be a brand, great. If you just want your man to provide and give you whatever you want and you go do whatever you need to do and you ain't got to worry about taking him everywhere on a leash and making sure people know y'all still together and stuff like that, then make sure he just have some money and he giving it to you and you can still do what you need to do. Okay. All right. You said power couple, the woman only gets what she puts in. He's fully aware of her finances as well. Yeah, I don't want to be no power couple. I don't. That's not my dream goal. Never was, because I'd rather you be a powerful man first and then attract me. And then I take your money and make my money. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He wants to give you money instead of throwing me a wedding. Okay. Throwing you a wedding. Do you want a wedding? Have someone else pay for it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find someone else to pay for the wedding. Or, honestly, a wedding only lasts one day and you're literally paying for other people to eat. So I would rather go on a vacation. Maybe you could do like a destination wedding and get his money and then have a reception when you get home and have, your family throw your wedding reception. But if you want everything, then he's the wrong man. Uh-oh, Rosie, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. How do you tell him you're dating another rich guy when is engaged? We have a Zoom meeting in a few days. The woman he is engaged to. You don't tell him nothing, man. You just keep collecting his money. You let him think whatever he needs to think is to give you more money. Okay. You don't tell him nothing. You just allow him to keep paying until he figured out on his own. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Why would you tell him? For what? What he gonna do? Give you less money? Girl, lie. How do you know when he wants something serious? It's been a month. If he hasn't claimed you as his girlfriend yet, he doesn't want anything serious. Doesn't take that long for a man to know he wants you. Okay. If it's been a month and he doesn't want to be exclusive with you, he don't want you. You just wasted time. You just one on the roster. Okay. Should you make the men you meet online buy you flowers and gifts before a first date to ensure I get a provider? No, because flowers and gifts are cheap. It depends on what the gifts are and what the flowers are. And plus, if they can send you the flowers to your home, like via Amazon list or whatever that you send them, so they don't have your address and the gifts that way, perhaps. But at the same time, like, don't have them bringing flowers to the date because you're going to have to carry that stuff around with you the whole time. And it's going to kind of be annoying. So get it before you go out. Or, the day of or whatever. Hey, Sherry, you got your sprinkle tote bag? Oh, thank you for getting that in the merch section. Pretty girl. Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Empress, for the super chat. Appreciate you. All right. How to ask for money from your online boyfriend? I don't know. I don't really deal with people online. If they like you 10 times more, they gonna send you money if you even joke about wanting some money. Okay? So make sure they like you way more and start talking about money and see what they're gonna do. Drop your Cash App, drop your Venmo, and tell them, I need some money or I like some money or send me some money. And if they like you that much, they literally will just send you money. It's not that hard. Had one date, he said gifts and support are given, but they are reward, not entitlement. He's 29. He's too young. Sprinkle. It's like, you know what? You're right. You're too young. Gotta go. Sprinkle. It's like, you know what? You're so right. You're too young for me. Gotta go. Sounds like a 29-year-old. Girl, you get you an old man, they're gonna be throwing money at you. Older man with money. Get you an older man with money. They're gonna give it to you with no problem. They ain't gonna be saying all that. They're gonna be saying, thank you for being seen in public with me. Okay. Forget them young men. Get you an older man. They can't do nothing for you. You gotta earn their gifts and stuff. That's not the same thing. I'm not getting ready to earn no gifts. Even kids don't have to earn gifts. They earn allowance. A gift is given, not earned. This is a prize that will surprise me before I ask for it then. Surprise me so I don't have to get mad and go find an old man then. Sprinkle. That's why I don't bother with the youngsters. If he's in his 20s, girl, he's young. You young and he's still young in his head. 29 equals 19 in the mind of a man. They are 10 years behind mentally. So 29 means he's 19 mentally. So you probably older than him mentally. Okay. Sprinkle. You said I missed your super chat. Hold on. Good. How can you get comfortable making your social media public? Just do it. Sprinkle. How you gonna get comfortable? Get in a blanket and post yourself in a blanket? Girl, I don't know. Just do it. Just like everybody else. Ask a stripper how she get comfortable getting on the pole for the first time. Take a couple of shots of tequila, ma'am. Sprinkle. Just do it. There's nothing to it but to do it. Okay. These little kids out here on TikTok and they ain't shy. They out there doing whatever they do. What's wrong with you? Take a shot of tequila and get on there. All right. What if he's playing texting game? I don't play games with texters. I'm texting several. So he playing a game by himself. Sprinkle. All right. That's how you solve texting games. You text other people at the same time because they just be texting themselves, waiting on you to return the text, and it ain't gonna work because you were texting other people. So the only way you can play texting games is when you're not dating and texting other people at the same time. Ain't no game. You get to him when it's his turn. Sprinkle. Okay, men are men intimidated by smart women? I think my male boss laid me off because I humiliated him in front of his peer. Probably. More, men like to think that they're smarter than women, so that's why you have to play dumb to get their money or their favor. Then, when you have everything you need from them, then you can be smarter than them. Just leave on your own. Thank you, Empress Sprinkle Sprinkle. You got advice for dating rich women. Not that I'm not interested in rich men, but a woman sounds like a nicer option for me. Okay, Empress, sprinkle, sprinkle. I think that if you like someone who's very emotional, wants to spend a lot of time together, romanticizes things, all those types of things, then if you're not, I don't know, you said you're not interested in rich men, but okay. Well, if you like women, then you need to find you an older woman that likes you and that's willing to spend. Sugar mama. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. What do you mean? Is it safe getting money online? People work online and get money all the time. That's a dumb question. Okay. How to make men attached when he is successful and have many options? By attaching yourself to another person and dating several so that he knows that you're not a pygmy show. That means stay busy, have your own stuff, don't tell him. Also it means like a man is not going to attach to you unless he likes you 10 times more and when he's invested. So you got to make him spend money and act like you don't care. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Have him spend money and act like it's not a big deal and you don't really care and you could take him or leave him because you got options too. And you really should have options. Why does an ugly man want you to call him hot when he knows dang well he's not? Because he ain't never heard it before, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Indulge his fantasy. You so hot. Didn't check his temperature. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ooh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Quality check. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Guys. When you go out, no man try to approach me, even if I look cute. What do you recommend? Going out on the rich side of town and looking at even don't look like you're out of place. Don't look like you don't belong. Don't look like you're looking for anything. Just go out and run your errands looking cute on the rich side of town. You don't have to be sitting in no bar. You don't have to be out on the night where all the people that are, you know, looking for people to approach them are out. You don't have to be out when everybody else is out. Be out at times where everybody else is at work. I'm trying to help y'all. Look cute and walk around in the rich side of town in the grocery store. Go to the little nice restaurant, sit at the bar and have lunch on the rich side of town. Go to the gym on the rich side of town and just walk around and smile and, do all that kind of stuff. Men aren't going to approach you if you're looking to be approached. Okay. So you have to go and do things and it has to be natural, you know, not forced or like, hey, I'm here, just come approach me. It's easier when it's not even, expected. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you afraid your man will turn into something else after marriage? Well, you don't have to be afraid. They do turn into something else. Less appreciative. That's why you got to keep them doing way more than you even want. That way, when it lessens, it's still what you want. That's why you got to tell them to do this, and that. Because when they get married, they only gonna do this, and that. So you got to make them do this, and that. So when they get married, they're gonna do this, and that. Take out two disses. Okay. So you got to make them do way more as a boyfriend, so they know what you expect. And then when you get married, they'll naturally pull back a little bit, but it's still going to be way more than enough than you actually need because you made them do so much more that they think if they do any less than what they've already slacked on, that it's not going to work. So you make them do a lot. You make them invest a lot, make them do A, B, C, and D. Be very particular. And then after a while, just be normal. Okay. So he'll think you relaxed when you just really just was doing extra to make sure he doing what he gotta do and supposed to be doing. It's like, after we got married, you became a little less, demanding. I was doing what I had to do in the beginning to make sure you act right after marriage. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Do you cut him off since you've been a month and takes me on dates, but hasn't made it exclusive? Just put him under dinner. He takes you on dinner dates. He feeds you. Put him on the free food, bam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he's not trying to make you his girlfriend, buy you no gifts, offer you anything, then you're just his, who he goes out with when, there's nothing else to do. I don't think so. A man usually sees a woman he likes and he wants you to be with him. So he's going to want to take you off the market. How do you set boundaries after you gave him a sense of access? By ignoring him and dealing with someone else for a little while and lessening that access. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you make him do efforts on dates? Tell him what you want. Tell him what you want and then be disappointed when he don't do it. And don't go on the date. It's like, you know what? I'm not even going. I'm just going to stay home and watch TV. Bye. I'm not getting out of my house and putting on makeup and doing my hair to go do some boring stuff with you. I said I want to do this and you haven't even planned it. You don't have any plans for it. Then I'm staying home. I'm not getting out of my house for no mediocre crap. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then he'll go and put more effort into it. If you don't even want to go nowhere because he's not putting any effort into it, just tell him. It's like, no, your dates are low effort. I think I'll stay home. What do you mean low effort? Well, you don't really plan anything. It's just blah and boring. And I can do that stuff for free, at any time. You need to be more creative. I'm sitting at home going to binge watch my show or read my book. You're not exciting enough for me to put on makeup for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Plan something. So is it okay to just go out and party? It's okay to do whatever you want. Who cares? I mean, it's your life. Do what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. How can you date a dust? How can you leave a dusty that you dated for 3 years and you 23? Just leave. Just say, you know what? I'm moving out of state and then disappear. Move out and then move somewhere else on the other side of town. Or just tell him, you know what? I think I, I think I'm ready to get married and have 5 kids, and then he gonna leave you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You ready to leave a dusty? Tell him you ready to get married and have 5 kids, and he gonna be gone. All right. Tell him if he don't propose to you by next week, y'all breaking up. Girl, he gonna be gone. That's the best way to get rid of any dusty. Okay. Just call. Just y'all know how to get rid of men. Why y'all asking me? Y'all know how to break up with people. Tell him you want to get married and have 5 kids, and you need to be engaged by next week, or y'all breaking up. He gonna be gone. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A man don't have to like you to do things for you. But like I said, they won't let, if a man if a man really loves you and likes you, they're not going to let you struggle. They're not going to let you work pregnant. They're not going to do any of those things that a lot of these dusty guys be doing. They're not going to do that. So make sure you're not with a man that literally doesn't like you. If you need something, they should find a way to get it for you. If you don't want to work after you have kids or while you're pregnant, they should have that financially taken care of if they got you pregnant in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So they don't love you if they can't take care of you. They don't love you and they don't like you if they watch you struggle. Okay? Because you can't. How can you? All right. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know, I'm not getting married until I'm over the age of 25 and that person has invested a lot of money in me. Okay? A lot. And has way more where that came from to continuously support me for years and years to come. And several streams of income, not just one. I ain't getting married to nothing that don't have more than one stream of income and who has not heavily invested into me. That should be y'all standards. Don't marry somebody who's just barely struggling and making it themselves. That's dumb. I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying make sure he has money to give and that he's been giving. And you need to, before you marry anybody, you need to make sure that you're being totally provided for at least a year in advance. So you know that they're a provider. And they don't expect you to work if you don't want to work or anything. Don't start off the relationship how you don't want to keep it. If somebody's asking to marry you and you're going 50-50, that's what they expect in the marriage. If someone asks you to marry them and you're contributing to bills and working and doing all this stuff, you need to quit and say, okay, if I get married to you, I'm not working. I'm not doing any of this. You're going to be the full provider. Then they're going to be like, okay, well, let me think about it. So make sure you understand who you're marrying by how he treats you before the marriage. What lipstick is this? This is Lawless in the color Velvet and mauve. I think it's the mauve color lip liner by Lawless. Yes. They have it in Sephora. They send me a bunch of products to try. And it's lip plumping too, so makes your lips look good. All right. What? How can you feel less insecure about your age at 23? Think about how you're going to feel when you're 48. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It should still be good, okay? Because I know when I turn 48, I'm still going to look good and I'm still going to feel good. So it's all about how you feel about yourself, how good you treat yourself. All right? You shouldn't be asking other people about how you feel about yourself. Either you feel good or you don't. That's literally it. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, I think a lot of people want, okay, here's my opinion. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if y'all just looking for attention. I don't know if y'all just super needy and over emotional. I don't know. This is why I don't deal with people that much, because you got to deal with all that stuff that comes with them. Their insecurities, their neediness, their over emotional stuff like that. That's why I literally just go for money, because I don't like dealing with all that extra stuff that's literally unnecessary if you know who you are and love yourself. So it's kind of hard for some people, especially people like me, to be around other people and talk to other people who don't even like themselves, love themselves, or value themselves on the same level as I do. So a lot of reasons why, women who, are confident and sure of themselves, they can't have a lot of friends, because sometimes those friends will be like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, looking for you to say, oh, no, you're not. You're this. Oh, no, I don't have time for that. I got kids. I don't have time to reassure you of you. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't do that on your own, if you don't have confidence from within, if you don't love yourself and teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself, a lot of people aren't going to have time for you. A lot of people that have money, a lot of people that are sure of themselves and are highly confident will not have time for you, and they will see you coming a mile away. Look at this person, and I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm talking about a lot of women I see online. If you need all of that, no wonder a Dusty can get at you. So all they got to do is tell you you look good and you're theirs for free. You should already know you look good. You should already know you're beautiful. You should already know all of this. You don't need permission. So that's why a lot of people won't deal with you, because they see that you're needy and insecure and full of, self-doubt. And people don't have time for that. I know if I were a man and I saw a woman and just listened to them talk for 5 minutes, if you're insecure, if you're needy and you're over emotional, I'm out. I can't do it. Okay? The reason being is because that's a you problem. And if you don't have yourself together mentally, I already know I'm not going to have time to deal with you, And so, money, or time and money go hand in hand. A man don't have time to deal with all of that. Especially if he likes beautiful women, they expect you to be confident. You know what I'm saying? He's got money. He's gonna give you money. He's gonna feel like, okay, this woman is secure enough and confident enough to know that I like her because I'm investing in her. I don't need to be all up under her, texting her 50 times a day, making sure that she knows that I'm thinking about her while I'm making this money, or while I'm doing what I gotta do, or while I'm, indulging in my hobbies and the interests that I have in life. I don't have time for a needy, insecure, always needing validation type of woman. I don't have time for it. That's what men who have real money think like. That's why they have money to give you, so that you can spend time with their money when you can't spend time with them, because you're not needy and insecure. You just go shop and buy something for when y'all do spend time together. Okay, I got this beautiful dress that we're going to wear out to dinner tonight. I went shopping and I got a cute, matching this and that, and I'll see you later for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Now, why didn't you text me back? Why do you leave me on red? Blah, 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 blah. You know what? They could be asking the same thing about you. Oh, I was shopping. Oh, I was busy at lunch. Oh, my phone battery ran out. You know? So when you are that needy and insecure all the time about every single thing, you're not going to attract a man who's looking for a highly confident woman. Just not. Okay? So make sure y'all stop wallowing and self-pity and insecurity, and get your confident level up. That's what's going to attract the big money. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Now I got that out of the way. Anyway, so who man doesn't like them? What they done did? Put it in the comments. Oh, Divinely, what's your name? Lati. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Mhm. He totally disregarded my feelings of being disrespectful and a lie, and he's acting stupid. Girl, you sound like a teenager. Let me tell you a secret. Men don't care about your feelings. When y'all gonna realize this, ladies? If men cared about your feelings, wouldn't they treat you better? They care about your feelings when they're trying to get some. When they're not trying to get some, they don't care about your feelings. So why are y'all acting surprised? He don't care, ma'am. Just get the money. If he ain't trying to sleep with you, he don't care about your feelings. That's number one. Write it down. If he ain't trying to sleep with me, she would say he don't care about my feelings. That's the truth. If he don't like you 10 times more, he don't care about your feelings. Get the money. Why do y'all think these men care about y'all feelings? Do you hear men walking around talking about, I care so much about this woman's feelings. I care so much about her feelings. I don't want to hurt her. She's a good woman. I care about her feelings. How many men do you hear walk around talking like that? Zero. So why do you think a man is going to care about your feelings? Unless he's trying to get some. If he ain't trying to sleep with you, he's not going to do what you want him to do. So just get his money. Instead of being mad, flip it and make him give you money to forgive him. Make him buy you gifts. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. And if money can buy your forgiveness, he's going to do it because he really don't care. If money can buy a man's forgiveness, like say you're mad because a man disrespected you and da 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 da, and he says, well, what can I do? And you say, oh, well, you can buy me this, and he just buys it. That means he don't care. He still don't care. He just care enough that you're gonna forgive him so he can move on and move forward in whatever he's trying to do. Just get the money. They don't care. When they start caring is when they start seeing all that money add up that they have to give you in order for you to stay, or for you to forgive them, or for you to look past how they don't care. And then when they start seeing all the money that they've invested in you, and they're like, dang, I must really like this woman. Look what I've done. I spent so much money on her. I must care. Then, after they've invested a lot, they start acting a little better because you could leave with all the stuff that they've given you and they have to start all over with another one. You see? So make sure, keep getting their money. The more they give, the more they invest, the better they start acting down the line. Because they're not going to care. And when you get ready to pack all the stuff up and leave, they're going to care then. When you stop texting them and calling them and taking the nice outfits and clothes and bags and gifts that they done bought you to go on a date with another man, they're going to start caring then. So stop caring and start collecting bags, money, gifts, because they really don't care. And the faster you figure that out, the better off you'll be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do men like overprotective women? Yes, they love their mothers. I think most men love their mothers, right? But do you really want to date your mother? You gonna jump in front of a bullet for him, girl? What? No. Oh, Jazzy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Every time you go to travel or out with friends, your boyfriend always makes slick comments. Did anyone try to talk to me? LOL. He said he's joking, but I don't think so. Who cares? Say yes, they did. Always say yes. Because then what he gonna do? Oh yeah, a lot of guys try to talk to me while I was out, but they were all a little dusty. You know, I like you because you be paying for stuff. They looked dusty. So just make him feel like they were all broke and that you're not going to deal with them because they're not paying and he's paying. So he'll continue to do more and pay so you don't entertain any other men. Okay. So just always lie. Like, oh yeah, a couple of guys came up to me, but you know what? I could tell that they weren't like you. They weren't generous and the provider type. So, you know, I just took it as a compliment and kept it moving. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what about men that take care of us but abuse us? I hope you're abusing them back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It goes both ways, ma'am. Y'all do it. If you letting him abuse you, he should be letting you abuse him. Or y'all need to go y'all separate ways. Either way, sprinkle, sprinkle. 2 dates asking you out for the third as an offering. Wait, he offered anything besides dinner. What should I say or do? Tell him, suggest something very expensive next to a shopping area or a shopping uh, center or a mall, so that after that dinner, you make him take you shopping and see if he wants to take you shopping. Anyway. Anyway, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I don't want to be on here all night. I got stuff to do. But thank y'all so much for donating everything. I appreciate you. Uh-oh, Heel Salaba. He's already giving enough, but how can I get more? By acting like what he gave is not enough and say, well, every little bit helps. Thank you so much. I'll try to figure out the rest on my own. Or, I hope there's more where that came from. You're so sweet and generous. Sprinkle, sprinkle, do like that. That's how you just encourage them to give more by being thankful for what they already gave and just say, I can't wait to see what you get me next week. Keep it going. Anyway, thank y'all so much, everybody who donated. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. And if y'all are new, please subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram. I also finally have a TikTok now. It's SheRaSeven, the original. And that's my TikTok. I really don't post on there that much. So I'm more on Instagram. So I will see y'all on the next one.